Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Ask a Care Manager. My name is Ryan Abramski. I'm the Director of Business Development, and I'm joined as always with Teresa Jackson, our Director of Care Management. Both of us work for EasyLiving. We're a home care and care management agency serving the Tampa Bay area for now over 22 years. As always, the Ask a Care Manager video series is brought to you by our friends over at the Senior Living Resource Magazine and their website, seniorlivingguide.com, your one-stop local and statewide resource for all things senior housing and health. Anything from home care services like EasyLiving to assisted living, memory care, senior nutrition and wellness, senior financial, and even care management services. Again, like EasyLiving, check out Senior Living Resource Magazine and their website, seniorlivingguide.com. And if you reach out to them, they will mail you an issue directly to your home, and the new issue should be out now. So, Teresa, welcome back to another week. And to continue our theme for this month, which we're talking about right now, is National Nutrition Month. And just like we talked about last week in our kickoff video for the month, we know that senior nutrition is super important. We know that some of the main reasons why they end up in the hospital is malnutrition or dehydration, which really can throw complications to any pre-existing conditions that they have. But today we kind of wanted to stay the theme of nutrition, but wanted to talk about the environment that they're in while they're eating. So I wanted to ask you, what are some things that seniors can do or family members can do for their loved ones that can kind of make their environment more inviting for ensuring they get that nutrition, or what they can do while they're eating?
Well, I know, Ryan, last week when we spoke, we talked about one of the screen that the care manager can do. And one of those questions that was on that screen was, does your loved one eat most meals alone? Mm-hmm. So unfortunately, a lot of seniors, especially with COVID, they are more isolated, so they are eating alone. So when you do have that opportunity to dine with a loved one, or even if you can help facilitate some of these recommendations that I'm going to make, even if you are in Colorado and your loved one's here in Florida, maybe you can do a Zoom meeting and have a dinner together. But what you want to do is, one, is make it more social. So again, even if they are if you're out of state, setting up that time to maybe FaceTime during a meal. And that way you're able to observe, are there any issues that maybe you were not aware of? But again, it's making it social. Just like, all of us, we would prefer to sit, most of us would prefer to sit down and eat with a group of friends or family than sitting there by ourselves. I know if I eat by myself, I'm eating very quickly. I don't care, I'm just eating to survive, to make it through the day. It's not, I'll eat something, in a bowl. I'm not having, vegetables, a protein, carbohydrate, I'm just going to eat whatever's going to sustain me through that meal to get me to the next one. So making it a more social event is very important. Also, I know a lot of seniors do have to watch their sodium intake, but there's other ways that you can spice it up, turn up the taste a little bit. Look and see, what spices that they do enjoy and incorporate those into the meals. I know like cinnamon, you don't have to go, straight sugar. And if you talk to a lot of seniors, they'll say that they've had changes in their taste buds and they just can't. It's not COVID and the symptom of COVID where you've lost your taste, but just a general, it could be an age-related change, but also it could be due to maybe medications that they are taking, that they just don't have the same taste. I know my mother will put more garlic in her food right now because she says the taste of the food's just not there. So it's what can you incorporate and what can you encourage? Don't forget to, you mentioned this, not becoming dehydrated, but making sure that you have something to drink while you are non-alcoholic, while you're enjoying your meal. Make sure there's water, there's juice, something available. that just makes the meal, go down a little bit better. Another thing that can be overwhelming, like maybe you're going out to dinner with your parent, um, is the portions. Portions are out of control anyway when you go out to a restaurant.
Yeah,
Um, and when a loved one, when an elderly person sits down and they have this huge plate, it becomes overwhelming. And then it'll be too overwhelming, so they won't eat enough, or maybe they'll eat too much and then they might not feel well afterwards. So reducing the portion sizes is very important. Um, and just again, even if you are in one state and your mother's or father or whomever is in another, make it an event. Sit down and have them set the plate or set the table. And that just makes it more enjoyable as well. Set the mood. Uh, can they light a candle? Can they turn some music on? It just makes the meal more appealing. Um, and if they take their time to eat, that'll help with their digestion.
absolutely.
So you don't want to be in that rush situation where you're eating too fast. And again, when I go out to dinner with older family or friends, I have a tendency to eat fast, so I will respect their tendency to eat slow and take their time.
Hmm.
But that's very important. And
Uh,
another issue would be that, and I had mentioned this, that medications can often make their mouth dry. They lose their appetite with those medications. So using one of those products for dry mouth, either like the gum or the mouthwash before you eat, that can help get the saliva flowing.
mhm.
So the meal is more palatable. But yeah, it's about setting up that environment. We can, and we'll be able to share with you with everybody some recipes that might help improve nutrition, but also, setting that environment up to make sure it is conducive to having a good meal is very, very important.
Absolutely. And even with like our home care clients too, we always try, as long as the client is okay with it, but we always try to encourage our care partners to have their meals with the client and whether they want to eat it or not, but at least sit
Mhm.
down and enjoy the meal with them and, conversate with them and make them feel, like a comfortable environment if they're having a dinner or dinner party or whatever the case may be. But it's always enjoyable to kind of sit and have dinner with someone and talk with them. So I know a lot of care partners love to sit there and some of the best conversations happen over a meal. So
Exactly. And it's our generation, Ryan, that, we're eating on the go, we're eating in our car, they say that even the sales of cereal has decreased because now we don't have time to sit down and eat a bowl of cereal. Now we're eating the cereal bars,
yeah,
because
with the
we can
milk already
grab
in.
them and go. And this is so, the opposite of the generations that we're taking care of right now, where, mom put on the table 3 meals a day, and the family sat down as a unit 3 times a day to enjoy that meal. And so that's what's being lost. And not just the nutrition, but that environment where we sit down and have that conversation.
Absolutely. And, it's just amazing how things have changed, but, that comes with, I think, with technology and what's going on nowadays. But it's always so nice to sit down and have those meals with your family. I think everyone gets in such a rush a lot of times, but it's always enjoyable when you finally take that, moment to pause and sit and, have a family meal, put the phones away, but,
Mhm.
um, you know,
Unless you're doing a FaceTime call with your mom who's in
correct,
another
correct. Yeah,
state.
that's the only caveat there. So, but yes, the food, I think it is, and the environment is just sometimes as important as the food itself.
Exactly.
So, great information, Teresa. Thank you so much. I think everyone focuses on nutrition. Sometimes it's just the food portion of it, but it
Mhm.
is, it is important to have that environment. as well too. It definitely makes it more enjoyable. So thank you so much, Teresa, for those wonderful tips. And again, we'll have more information on our blog and on our website, along with our Facebook page. We'll share all those informations and different, as Teresa mentioned, some of those easier recipes, especially for our elderly loved ones out there, that are quick, healthy meals that are just easy to make. And we'll share those on there as well. But if you have any questions or comments or want to share a recipe, feel free to post that in the comment section below. You can always send us a message directly on Facebook. Or if you have any more questions or would like to speak to one of us about either secure management services or home care services, you can always fill out the contact us form directly on our website. So we hope everyone has a great week. Stay healthy, eat healthy, and we'll see everyone next time.